What is going on, everybody, and welcome to a video where I'm going to be checking out the PlutoX drone, which is kind of a DIY tinkering type of drone that you can find on good old Indiegogo. So the people here hit me up, wanted me to check it out. I see a DIY kind of tinkering programmable drone. I say yes, give it to me. So this is their page. I think the campaign still has 9 days left. The drone itself, I'm pretty sure if you purchase it in the next 9 days, no idea when this video is going to be coming out. Hopefully somewhere in that window of 9 days. But 169. So already pretty hard to go wrong at 169 for a programmable drone. I believe the size is about the size of your hand or so. It's kind of hard to tell. Somewhere in here somebody had one. So like that one looks like it's about the size of a hand. And then somewhere down here I saw another photo. Anyways, basically you can program it. It's got like a API based SDK. I'm pretty sure from the things that I've seen that would be in C++, which I do not know, but they say you don't need to know it, so surely I'll be all right. And then everything basically is open source. It comes with a bunch of sensors and breakout board, but you've got things like distance sensors, and there's even a camera and stuff, so pretty darn cool. So anyways, you guys can read the Indiegogo page. I'll put a link in the description. I want to play with this thing. So first I'm going to open the box. I haven't actually opened it. Unfortunately, it came all the way from India, but it almost, like someone got a little interested. Anyways. Beautiful box. Be careful to not show all the address information. Wow, this is quite crazily wrapped. Don't stab yourself on camera. First rule of filming. Oh my gosh, this is some it's like, oh man, it's like, I've never seen packing material like this. I don't know if you can tell. It's like woven on the inside. I guess that stops it from ripping. But, oh my gosh, I'm having such a hard time. This is the hardest unboxing of anything I've ever done. And I get a lot of stuff from Amazon. I'm pretty good at opening boxes. Okay, the box. So beautiful. Oh. Interesting. I don't think I should show this, but it has a username and password on the lid of this box. I should probably keep that around. I got a nice sticker. And the drone is already put together. Woo! Dude, this thing looks awesome. This is very, very light. This is cool. Okay. And then we've got some extra propellers. They do have these little like propeller guards, and generally you're going to lose propellers when it hits like a wall or something. So hopefully these little propeller guards will solve for that, and hopefully they won't break. The other killer for propellers I found is if the propeller is cheap enough, under enough torque of a motor, it will just, the propeller just flies off, like it just breaks. Now these are pretty small propellers and they're probably pretty small motors, so maybe we won't have to worry about that. But on like some of these drones here, the motors are very strong and you have to be very careful. You can't just buy any propeller. Anyway, we got extra propellers. I'm assuming there should be like 2 types of propeller. These are like B propellers and these are your A propellers. So if you get it, don't forget that there's 2 different types of propellers. That always screwed me up when I was first getting into drones and building them. What do we get here? What do we got here? Probably more importantly would be like some sort of informational packet of what's included here. Like a parts list would be really useful right about now. I think they have like a getting started thing that they've emailed me. I should probably go read that. I have no idea what this is, but it looks like a board of some kind. what I do with my knife. These look like wheels. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure these are wheels for converting it to a car. Like a little rover type thing. Ooh, and a camera. That'll be fun. So this whole thing, I'm pretty sure, is Wi-Fi based. I could be wrong. I know it at least has Wi-Fi. Cool. I can't wait to see how good the camera works. So a camera, I'll have to go back and see. I'm not sure what differentiates the Tinkerer kit. Oh, this is the early bird Tinkerer kit, because I know you get extra stuff with the Tinkerer kit. But a camera on a drone that you can program is open source, but also comes out of the box ready to fly for $169. Now, I don't know what shipping is to the United States, or to like Europe or something like that. So maybe the shipping will kill you, but dude. Okay, these look like extra motors. More stickers. And a rookie pilot badge. Who's gonna wear the rookie pilot badge? Okay, that should be everything. Now I'm gonna see if I can find some instructions of any kind. Also, I'm gonna suspect, since it was a battery and it was shipped, it's probably discharged almost all the way, so it probably needs to be charged. So now comes the anticlimactic. Most likely, I have to charge this. Hey, and they didn't give us a micro USB charger. What, am I supposed to have these things lying around? Jeez. Okay, so let's see. Okay. All right, now we're going to check out the programmable aspect to the PlutoX drone, because that's what really is going to make or break this as a $170 drone. So how easy can we actually get in and just start playing with the drone? So this is the PlutoX API documentation. It's about a 30-page PDF. It contains just a huge amount of functions for us, at least from my glancing through here. Probably like every function you could want is already written for you, so you don't really need to do a lot of like the lower level types of stuff here. So really very quickly you should be able to start playing with the drone and testing things and just kind of poking around. And also, because there's LEDs on the drone itself, you can start kind of playing with various logic pretty quickly without actually requiring the drone to be in flight, which is a nice way for you to like slowly ease into it. So anyways, this is the documentation. You guys can read that on your own. What I want to show you guys is writing your own code. We're just going to write something super simple. We're going to talk about debugging and the graphing and stuff like that, and just kind of see, like, flashing to the drone, how easy is the entire workflow process, basically. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is, one thing you could do too, by the way, is check out, if you go to droneaviation.com, then go to learn. They've got some information here for you, and then I found this stuff by scrolling down and going to their GitHub, which actually pointed to V3R Pluto, but you can also on the same GitHub find the PlutoX sample codes, and they've got all kinds of stuff here. So if you just want to get some ideas about how you can work with certain things, it's always fun just to check out sample code, but we're actually not going to be using that, so good day. The thing I am going to use is, when you go there, you can get their Cygnus. So if you go to that link I was just showing you guys, they talk about downloading the Cygnus Ide. You also probably should have gotten that in some sort of welcome document that says, hey, here, download this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and run the IDE and show you guys working with all this stuff. So I'll go with the default workspace. That is fine. All right, so this is what you're greeted with. Go ahead, go File, New. We're going to go PlutoX project, and we're going to call this testing around or something like that. Great. And what you get is just kind of a basic skeleton of code. So what do you want to do when the PlutoX basically turns on? I'm pretty sure this is when developer mode is activated, and so like this will just run one time. So anything you want to set up whenever that gets activated. Then you've got the Pluto pilot. This is the thing that just happens in an infinite loop until we are done with the script, basically. And then here's the very end. So here, if let's say you're tinkering with LEDs, or obviously if you're running motors, on pilot finish, you probably want to make sure the motors are stopped and the LEDs are back to wherever they started and all of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to the tippity top here. We're going to make two more imports. So we're going to bring in two more imports. I guess I'll call them includes. Sorry, Python programmer here. We're going to bring in the print API and the control. So we'll bring in print.h, and then we're going to bring in control.h. So print allows us both to print to this little monitor area. So this would just be any static values you just want to print out for debugging purposes. And also print contains the graphing. So you can actually graph things on the red graph, the green graph, or the blue graph. So if you want to like monitor trends or changes over time, sometimes that can be hard if you're just looking at like static, print statements. So here, what we can see is just how things are changing over time. So it can be kind of useful there. So the next thing that we're going to do is on the init, we don't really care. Pilot start, we don't really care. We're going to go straight for the loop. So let's just write something really, really simple. All it's going to do is we can check to see if the drone is okay to actually arm. And the reason why we would want to do that is like, is the drone actually okay to take off? So if the drone is relatively stable, then we should say, yeah, it's probably safe to arm. If the drone is upside down, no, it would be unwise of us to arm the drone and take off. So we can use this Boolean check here. So one thing we could say is we could just do print dot, and then the method to actually print to that like monitor is just monitor. And then you monitor your, your character, and then basically it's any string tag. So you could say something like this. You could say, we'll do a new line, and then safe. And then we could ask basically just control, and then it's is okay or something like that. Let's find it. Is armed, is okay to arm. And that's just a simple Boolean question. Now I also want to graph it, and I believe it would be a little more efficient for us to define probably to save it to a variable. I don't really know because this is already a Boolean. Someone can tell me below. Also, let's not forget our semicolons. We need them. So the other thing that we're going to do is print, and this time we're going to go with the red graph. And then here it's a value. So again, control is okay to arm. Just do this. And then precision, for most sensors, you'd probably go with like a 3 or 4 or something. But we'll go with 4 again, semicolon. And yeah, so one thing I don't know is if it depends on what this function's actually doing, but you might rather do something like bool okay arm equals control is okay to arm like this. Like I said, I actually don't know which one would be more efficient, if that's like a waste there or not. But you could do something like that too. Anyways, whatever. You've got your code. You're happy. You're feeling good. Next thing you want to do is build it. This checks to make sure you haven't screwed up. You didn't forget your semicolons or anything. You want to make sure you do this before you flash it to your drone. Because if you've got an error in here, you might not have a good day. So anyways, our build was successful. We're happy. So the next thing that we want to do is if you're connected to your Pluto on your phone. Now, if you're connected to the Wi-Fi, it's totally fine. But on the phone's app, if you're connected to the Pluto drone, disconnect. So make sure you're disconnected. The other thing is mine isn't even on, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. Make sure your drone's on. And now on your main PC, you'll want to connect to your drone's Wi-Fi. So I am going to do that now. Okay, and then once you're connected to the drone's Wi-Fi and you are disconnected to the drone via your phone's app, you are ready to connect the IDE to the drone. Oh, also, if you have the camera connected to your drone and you're using like the camera's little Wi-Fi thing, you got to disconnect the camera. For whatever reason, it just doesn't work because it's a separate Wi-Fi. Also, that Wi-Fi is totally insecure. So anyway, it just doesn't work, at least for me. So anyways, make sure the camera also is not connected to the drone. Okay, once all those things are done, connect to the drone. So if this turns and stays red, it means good. Whew, we're connected. So the next thing we have is, if we've already built and we're confident, the next thing we can do is flash it to the drone. Again, before you flash, make sure you are not connected via your phone's app. You just won't be able to flash. So we're going to do a normal flash. You had two choices, full flash or normal flash. The full flash will erase things like the calibration and all that, and I don't really want to have to recalibrate every time, so normal flash. So we will wait on that. Should be pretty quick. All right, and we got some flashy flashes from the LEDs telling us that it looks like it probably worked. All right, so after the flash, it seems the IDE disconnects, so go ahead and reconnect it again. And then now, what we want to do is go to our phone app, make sure your phone is connected to the PlutoX Wi-Fi, and hit connect. So I need to connect to the Wi-Fi. All right, and once you've connected to the Pluto, the default is still going to be not running your code. So like if we go to Pluto monitor right now, nothing's really happening. Nothing's happening on the graphs. This is because we're not in developer mode. So there's two ways to do it. There's like a button that's like a closing tags, the lower left on your phone app. You can either poke that or you can hit volume up on your phone, and that will enable developer mode. And sure enough, we can see it's already starting to spam out safe. And 1 means, yes, it is safe. We can also check out the graphs. It's just steady 1 here. Now, if I pick up the drone, though, and I turn it over, we can see, no, it goes to 0 now because it's not safe. And if we go to the monitor now, it should be spamming zeros. And so we can keep flipping it back. So safe, not safe, safe, not safe, okay? So pretty cool. That's how you can start to monitor things with your amazing, beautiful C++ code. So anyway, that's it for now. Pretty darn simple to set everything up. I'm really impressed. I definitely think it's worth 170. So yeah, definitely go check them out if you're interested in programming this stuff. Also, I'm just curious about learning C++, and I figure this is a pretty darn good way to do so. So anyway, that's it for now. Questions, comments, concerns, whatever, feel free to leave them below. Again, the Indiegogo link is in the description if you're interested. Otherwise, I will see you guys in another video.